Hey yogis, welcome to my channel. Today we're just going to do a quick morning stretch routine when you are short on time but want to get rid of all the aches and pains and kinks in your body from a long night's rest. So let's begin in a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like to you. Lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders down and away from your ears, and start with your chin parallel to the floor. We'll do a little neck release here. So you can drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, stretching through the right side of your neck. And I like to bring the left hand to the top of the head just to pull the ear further away from that shoulder. Keep pressing it down. And if you'd like to go even further, you can crawl your right fingertips out to the side. And just take 3 to 5 breaths here. Softening your jaw, letting the head be heavy, and connecting to your breath. One more deep breath and release. Lift the head back to center. Let's switch sides. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. You can use your right hand to pull the ear further away from the shoulder. Crawl the left fingertips out. Sitting up tall through your spine. Start to ask yourself what kind of day you want to have. What are you looking forward to today? Take one more big deep breath and cradle the head, lift it all the way back up. And let's come into a tabletop pose on hands and knees. Spread your fingertips wide, middle and index fingers pointing to the top of the mat. Knees underneath your hips, a few rounds of cat and cow. As you inhale, drop your belly. Curl, tailbone up, lift the gaze. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. 3 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, spread the shoulder blades away, push into the fingers. Last one. And coming back into your neutral tabletop pose, extend your right leg out to the side so your ankle, your knee, and your hip are all in one line. You're gonna reach your left arm all the way up to the sky, twist, and then exhale, thread your left arm underneath you and bring your shoulder and your ear to the floor. So if it's within grabbing distance, you can catch a hold of your big right toe with your 2 peace fingers. The right hand can push into the floor, or you can bring your right hand to rest on your low back. So this is thread the needle, but with a gate pose variation. Try to relax your neck. One of my favorite things to do first thing in the morning. And bring your right hand back down to the floor if it was behind your low back. Release the hold of the toes, push into that right hand, come all the way back up. And before we go and do this on the other side, you're gonna lift your right leg and you're gonna cross your right foot all the way over as far to the left as you can. Start to look over your left shoulder and push into your right hip. So just taking a lateral stretch, a side body stretch. Coming back to center, step your right foot forward to the outer edge of your right hand to the top of the mat. So both palms are to the inside of that leg. You can pad your left knee here if you'd like, if this is feeling a little sensitive. You can put some blocks underneath your palms as well. Just think of lifting the heart up, dropping the hips down. Getting into the hips, a great way to start off the day. And tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee off the mat. Keep your left hand planted to the floor, reach your right arm up. Inhale into your easy twist. Looking up only if that's comfortable. And right hand down to the floor, find your first downward facing dog. And first thing in the morning, it might feel better to have your feet quite wide in your down dog as opposed to having them hip width distance apart, and just paddle the feet, bending one leg and straightening the other, drawing the low belly into the low back, shaking out the head, just getting rid of the kinks here that we have. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. And let's bring the knees back down to the ground. Tabletop pose, onto your hands and knees. Let's find our thread the needle gate pose on the other side. So extend your left leg out to the side. You want to align your hip, your knee, and your ankle in that one line. Ground all four corners of your left foot to the floor. Open to a twist, right arm up, and thread it under. Right shoulder to the floor, right ear to the ground. And you can come up onto your left fingertips. If it's accessible, your right fingertips can loop onto your left big toe, and you can bring your left hand to your low back. So nice spinal rotation. One more big belly breath, opening through the chest. Left hand can come back down to the floor, release the toe, lift yourself back up. And before we go into that lunging pose or lizard pose, you can lift that left foot and cross it, bring it all the way over to the right. Look over your right shoulder towards that left foot and push into your left hip. So a nice side body stretch. Coming back to center, step your left foot forward to the top of the mat, to the outer edge of that left hand. So you want your knee to be aligned over the top of the ankle, lifting the head up, pressing the hips forward and down. Get that nice deep stretch through the right hip flexors, maybe into the right quads. And we'll curl the back toes under, lift the back knee off the mat, ground your right hand and right palm to the floor, reach your left arm up. Push into that big left toe so that you're not rolling to the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale. Downward facing dog, left hand down, step the left foot back. Then again, just paddle the feet here, bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Shaking out the head. And let's walk our hands to the back of the mat for a ragdoll fold. So knees bent generously, and you can let your belly rest over your thighs, holding onto the elbows and just swaying a little side to side. So I generally find that first thing in the morning, my hamstrings are super tight. So don't try to lock your knees, keep them generously bent. Fingertips down to the floor. Bring your heels in, toes out, bend your knees, drop your hips, yogi squat, malasana. Hands at the heart, use the elbows to push the knees open a little wider. Sit up nice and tall. Setting your intention for the day ahead. And release your palms to the mat. You're going to walk it forward into a plank pose. Strong through your core. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale. Exhale, lower to your belly. From here, slide your forearms out in front of you. Take a little sphinx pose, pointing the toes back. So stretching into the spine. This is also a really great way to start your day. Push the head of the arm bones back. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Lift up a little higher. Big breath into the heart. Exhale to release. Let's press to a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes together, knees as far as you would like them to be, as wide as you would like them to be. Walk your hands forward and fold down. 5 deep breaths in this child's pose. And walk the hands in. Lift the chest, bring your knees back together. And just take a comfortable seat, either kneeling or seated. And close your eyes. Notice how you feel now as opposed to when you first stepped onto your mat this morning. And it's amazing how just a little bit of yoga can do such a big difference. And with this space of clarity, set your intention for the rest of your day. Bringing the hands together at the front of the heart. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this quick morning stretch sequence with me. I hope you feel loosened up and ready to tackle the day ahead. Please do subscribe to my channel. I put out new classes all the time, pretty much. And it's a great way to support free yoga on the internet. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.